Hello everyone! Welcome back to Nukeshot Media and round 6 of the Capital X NES IndyCar series. I'm of course your commentator Zokyo, as always. And we are here at the Broadbean Raceway, the only short oval on the calendar. Got a little bit of a spec package difference in this. We're only running 350 brake horsepower. That's designed to allow for a bit better slipstream going into turn 1. Not seeing too many in terms of cars actually showing up for this one, unfortunately, but it still should be a pretty decent race. As mentioned, it's a short track, just over a mile in length. It presents a unique challenge, and it should be very close with all the slipstreaming that we see. Very Blue Moon Bay 200-esque. So we have Costa here, we've got Sweet, driving one of the Skoda cars, that's the 7-Up machine. We've got Ray here for Motorsport Republic X Capital in the Evangelion car. And we've got Mateus in the KFC Chevrolet for North Star Racing. Might see a few more showing up over time. There's also a slightly different pit entry and exit procedure with this one that we'll be looking out for. Cars have to slow down well in advance in the just lane. So it should be an interesting race. 150 laps, 150 miles. Even with the power reduction, the average speed, as you might imagine, is still going to be quite high, so it should be around the same length in terms of time as a conventional race. Just doing a quick audio check. Yep, that seems to be a-okay. Hello to everyone watching. Pretty much just me at the moment. Oh well. Now we're also going to be doing a bit of a different qualifying procedure. You may remember something similar to this from Blue Moon Bay. It's going to be a one-shot format. The cars get 2 warm-up laps, followed by 1 timed lap, and then they'll be forced to exit the track from there. We've got a little bit of action here as Mateus and Costa start dueling. Tyre wear and fuel depletion are also set a bit different, as is the overtake multiplier, so there's a little bit more overtake available. 3 times instead of the normal 2 times. Here we see the slipstream at work. Costa closing in as Mateus resets to the pits. And that is Costa setting a 25.615. Looking like we're going to be at 25.7s for solo running when we get to qualifying. We've got another car on track. I believe that's the Fontius in the Radeon Chevrolet for North Star Racing. So North Star Racing with both of their cars here today. Good to see. And another note, there is not going to be a Yokohama Fast 6 for this particular event. Not due to car count, just due to the one-shot formula of that. Taters is here as well in the Menards liveried Honda for Motorsport Republic X Capital. Exiting the pits. I'm going to try and get a feel for the circuit here. I think 4 of the 6 cars here, I think, are running the Nukeshot R&D setup, and the other 2 being the North Star Racing cars. So we'll see how the setups compare. This is a setup that I've had stored away for a little while, but the physics changes on this game quite recently have made it a bit of a pain to readjust things. But actually, it turned out that the setup didn't need adjusting at all, really. It's just having to check through different settings to make sure that was the case. It was a little bit of a pain. But there is the number 98. That fantastic highlighter yellow colour. Personal favourite of mine. Sweet, currently at the top of the time. She's at 25.5. Looks like they're getting a bit of slipstream from Zephanius. In terms of the order that they're going to be qualifying, it's going to be the reverse championship order. And of the cars that are here, I believe that would make Zephanius the first to run. We'll be starting it a little bit earlier. I think I may have mentioned that. We're 7 minutes away from the start of qualifying. Sweet, slowing down a bit, trying to get a little bit of clear air. AC Costa also slowing down a bit, perhaps looking for that slipstream partner. Taters goes by. Also checking in on the Discord server, which is linked in the description for anyone who wants to check it out. This series has been provided some fantastic action. And it's the penultimate round, of course, it's round 6 of 7. So just the one race left to go after this one at Watkins Glen Short. As you can see also on the top right of the screen, the wind speed at the minute is being quite helpful. That's a little bit of a headwind going into turn 1. That's going to help benefit the slipstreaming a bit. Also the tailwind going out of turn 2 should get the cars nice and up to speed. That's going to be something to watch, because if it turns into a tailwind going into turn 1, that's going to make overtaking a little bit more tricky, as well as just being able to take the corner flat out. I'm going to go on board for a lap here with Mateus. Here you can see the unique circuit that is Broadbean Raceway. Nice line through turn 1. Close to the outside wall, but without touching it. Flat the whole way round, and kink to the right, and then the final corner, keeping it nice and low normally, and back across the line. It's not so much the circuit that you're racing against here, it's going to definitely be the other drivers. That's how it tends to work in oval racing. What the track's lacking complexity, they make up for massively with driver versus driver battles. It's a fantastic arena for such duels. Costa currently has the fastest lap. That's definitely going to be thanks to the slipstream that they're getting from Taters. So 25.366. I highly doubt we're going to see anything like that in qualifying. That's about half a second faster than what I think we're going to be seeing. Getting the slipstream again. Getting this one figured out. Taters goes defensive, no room there, and in fact lets him go. That was a mistake there by Taters apparently there. As Ray has left the lobby, hopefully they're going to be back soon. Mateus also going quite quick with the slipstream partner. That's the personal best, 25.459. Good bit of dueling going off, as I think that's Zephanius. I thought it might have been bailing for the pit entry there, but not quite. Just getting out of the way. I'm getting another notification here. What's going on? Oh, that's Alex messaging me on the livery channel. Fun times. Here we see Mateus and Costa, the two fastest at the moment, and that's Mateus going to the inside and putting Costa into the wall and apologising. That's why we have practice, is to understand these kinds of race scenarios. Mateus will learn to lift off a little bit in race conditions after that, if going for a move on the inside. One-shot qualifying starting soon. And I think it's Zephanius that's going to be the first to run on this. Just checking. It's because they're all named different between nicknames and PSN IDs on here. Yeah, it should be Zephanius. There's all damage on, that'll reset the track. Oh, Zephanius has just left. Two outlaps and one timed lap. Who's next then on the list? Zephanius, Francis, Dutra. I think that's Costa is next then. Really not sure what happened there. Okay, we'll do Zephanius after this run. Oh, the joys of race directing. Okay, so Costa making his way round. And He's speeding up. Getting up to speed. And we're going to go on board for this one. Just nudging 146 and 147 going into turn 1. Nicely done, kept the speed up, didn't hit the wall on the outside. The wind's going to be helping a little bit with that. Rounding the final corner. Stopping 147 again. Well, I may have seen a 148, and that's the time. 25.7. Oh, why am I on circuit? Peasantry. Getting up to speed. That was an incorrect exit. It is in qualifying, so we'll have to see what they think of that, but we'll go over the procedures again before the race at least. And now's the funniest. Coming up to start the lap. A little bit of netcode lag going off there. Seemingly carrying a little bit less speed. The car sparking away on the ground. Through the kink nicely. Keeping it relatively low on the final corner. What's it going to be? 25.8. Okay, who is next? With Matthew's not here. Volked, no. Trevino, I think it's Sweet. Sweet's next. While this happens, I'm just going to get the word outlaps, plural, set up there, so hopefully that'll show up next time, make it a bit faster to type. So Sweet, next to run. Oh. Next is timed. This is another car running a Nukeshot R&D setup, so it should be in the ballpark with Costa. We'll see how it goes. That was a very nice turn 1. Kept it on the banking, but nice and low. And again, nice and low through turn 2. The kink as well. Oh, it's purple through that sector. The halfway point of the lap. Is Sweet going to go to the top of the timesheets? Keeps it very low. Oh, just misses out. 25.9799. Very close. Okay, next is just checking on here. I think it's Ray, Taters, and Mateus. Yep. Yet another Nukeshot R&D setup. It's all going to be down to the driver. Can't quite remember how Ray did at the Blue Moon Bay 200. I don't think particularly well from memory. Perhaps a bit of redemption here. .147 miles an hour. That's definitely the fastest we've seen going through the final corner. That was nice through turn 1, perhaps a little bit tight on exit, but they're carrying the speed. Not purple through that first sector, but it's this corner here they seem to get a really good run through. The wind speed has been changing. I saw someone mention that on the Discord. It's not quite enough. It's a 25.872. And next would be Mateus. That up again. Oh, with all the typing I've been doing, I'm missing the hit exit. I can't quite remember if that one was okay or not. Time lap is next. Hitting 148. Okay, that is getting a bit spicy in terms of pace. We'll see what Mateus can do. Mateus definitely one of the faster oval drivers. Saw them perform very well at Blue Moon Bay. Coming up to the line, what's it going to be? It's to the top of the timesheet, 25.750. Very impressive. And going for a high line here. from Taters. Also switching between 0 and 3 on the traction control for whatever reason. Not sure what's going on there, maybe that's a glitch. Next is timed. The wind is picking up a little bit. That tailwind, 3.5 meters a second now. And here goes Taters. The last of the qualifying attempts and starting the lap. Nice and high entry. Want to have that pretty well hooked up through turn 1. Trying to keep it low through turn 2 without clipping the apron. That is purple through that first sector. And the final corner. And that is the top of the timesheets. A 25.702 for Taters. That wind speed picking up, seemingly definitely helping the later runners. And that concludes the qualifying session here at Broadbean Raceway for round 6 of the Capital X NES IndyCar series. If you enjoyed that, be sure to leave a like. Consider subscribing for future projects on the channel, including the season finale at Watkins Glen. So with that concluding qualifying, that can be switched back off. I think every other setting is fine. Oh, is that a bit of fog? Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there is fog, so that's changed. The wind is pretty much the same direction. But this throws a bit of a spanner in the works. If the air's a bit denser due to the cloud cover, then perhaps that could allow for a little bit more effective slipstream. A bit more power for the engines as well with denser air. I'm getting a few more notifications, so I'm having to check through that as well. Apologies for the intermittent commentary as per usual. Ray exiting the circuit. I'm sure I'm just being told the qualifying order. Yep. So a last bit of practice. That went, well, I suppose with less cars than normal, but that went surprisingly quick and efficiently. Okay, Taylor's going for the left side on the start. That is the inside. That continues the clean sweep for the inside lane being picked, I think. So, Taylor's Mateus, Costa, it was Sweet, Zephanius and Ray. Okay, we're starting at half past then. Just gonna check in on Volked, see if Volked's able to make it. Okay, message sent there. Something of note, no TSR cars here today. Unfortunate to see. They always tend to go well no matter the circuit or the conditions, so... Strange to see no Joe of the Fire especially, because he's normally everywhere on this channel. When was the last time we had a race on this channel with no Joe of the Fire? Someone let me know in chat, if anyone's there. Just checking that now. So we're scheduled to start in about 6 minutes or so. Might delay it a little bit if someone's on their way. Funny stuff there from Taters. Gonna check in on the live chat. We've currently got 4 viewers. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Got a nice variety of colours as well on the grid here. We've got yellow, red, blue, green, purple, and another red. It's more like a sort of orangey red. Yeah, so nice variety. Sure, the fans at the circuit will be appreciative of that. And Jack Wilkinson as well, our camera operator. Everyone's just waiting around. Sweet's actually just exited. Oh, the fog has cleared up. Okay. We've got a couple more viewers, apparently. We're up to 6. Wish we can host and race on this track again, but at a more convenient time for more people. I might do that sometime, like a non-championship thing. We've done it before, with me actually driving as well, which was good fun. I know I always go on about wanting to drive and whatever, but it is a fun circuit and combination with this low power package that we've got going on here. Ray with a bit of clear circuit. Ray forgot that there was overtake. That is why I put a little bit of extra room in the gearbox for it. I may have modified it since. Sweet exiting the pits again. We're about 2 minutes away, bar any news. And yep, just had confirmation from Volkhead that Volkhead isn't able to make it. Is rain possible? No. Just checking that one as well. Rain on an oval, that would be quite something. Getting as much practice in as you can. Though it's difficult to practice dealing with traffic, or especially the race start. Oh, that's going to be a new front wing for Ray. I'm sure the mechanics are going to be happy with 1 minute's notice before the start. I'm going to have to get the race start procedure stuff up again. Should be all good. Oh, there's been contact. The two teammates getting together. Less than ideal. Where's starting soon? I'm blind, it's there. Okay, here we go. 6 cars, but a relatively short circuit. Okay, that's everything all together. Oh, hold up. Red flag that. Something odd happened there. Are we starting soon again? Oh, for laughing at the red flag. These things happen occasionally, whether it's a weird glitch or something. I think the order's been maintained, or saved rather. I'm gonna double check that just to be safe. Don't want to look like an idiot. Okay, Tatus, Mateus, Costa, Sweet, Sophonius, and Ray. Yep, that's right. Here we go again. Cars making their way out. As you can see, it is Taters from Mateus, Costa, Sweet, Zephanius, and Ray. Double 5 odds left. Taters will be leading them off here. And here we go. No more issues. It is round 6 of the Capital X NES IndyCar Series here at the Broadbean Raceway. And he's gone for it. We are green, green, green. And the cars are off. As there's actually an incident right at the start. Costa's gone round. We're going to check in on that surely, but Mateus is up to 2nd from that. Sweet 3rd, Ray 4th, Zephanius 5th. What has happened to Costa? Was there contact at the start? It was a bit. It looked like wheel spin as well. They're going to have to get back into this one. That's going to be tricky. Taters running in a very low revs 5th gear, saving a decent bit of fuel. Here comes Mateus. And Sweet going for a move on the outside as well. Looking for that one to stick. Sweet, oh, close. Close enough. Mateus just holds on to that. Back in line again. But that turn 1 is going to be the main place to see the action. Hello to Tom Soft in chat as well. Nice having you along. Looks like Ray is found their way to the inside of Sweet. A little bit of overtake. Can't quite get that one worked out. Slots back in for contact with the wall as well. Costa's meanwhile trying to make up a bit of time. Might be able to in these conditions. Unlike Blue Moon Bay, having clear air here could be quite beneficial. And here comes Mateus, looking to the outsideline.com. Sweet also looking to get involved. Mateus round the outside. They've somehow merged into each other and Mateus takes the lead. We have a new leader here at Broadbean Raceway. We're on lap 6 of 150. Going to monitor the gap between Zephanius and Costa. 4.5 at the moment. Costa's been using some of that overtake as well to catch up. So Mateus leads. Tater 2nd, Sweet 3rd. Sweet having to slot in at the moment, but very close. Trying to do a little bit of a cutback. That could leave them vulnerable to Ray. Ray to the inside again. Side by side they run. A little bit of contact. And Ray gets the pass done. Nicely done. Now, will Taters be able to mount a challenge against Mateus? Looking for the outside, using the overtake. Looks like they've just got ahead. And indeed, Taters back to the lead of this one. Mateus 2nd, Ray 3rd. Bit of contact there. Front wing to gearbox. Or rather front wing to rear crash structure. 3rd and 4th looking to being a bit close together again. Sweet looking to take back third, can't quite get it done there, drops back a little bit. Zephanius as well seems to have stayed out of the battling for the most part, staying in fifth, perhaps just saving a bit of fuel as Taters and Mateus go at it once again. Mateus to the inside this time around. No overtake used at all by Mateus, able to sweep around the inside, nicely done. Chopping and changing. Of course, using the overtake will also burn off the fuel a little bit faster, so the drivers have got to be careful of that. As Ray has actually dropped down to fifth, and Zephanius up to third. So apologies we've missed that one. But Zephanius, as soon as I mentioned them seemingly happy to stay back a little bit, they've stepped on the gas and are moving once again. Picking up the speed. The gap has come down by 1 second meanwhile between Costa and the rest of the field. Costa still using a lot of the overtake, but once they get back into the slipstream range, they should be able to stay with the rest of the pack. There's just going to be a disadvantage later on in this one. Very strange incident at the start. Taters maintaining the lead, but has used the overtake. Mateus comfortably able to seemingly make passes without using it at this stage. Hello to Chica TC in the chat. Nice having you along. Mateus very close through turn 2. Into the slipstream. Trying to look for a move. They'll just clip the back of Taters. That's going to ruin any chance on this lap of making an overtake. Trying to keep the revs up though. Good pace. Mateus taking a bit of a higher line to carry a smidge more speed before perhaps slotting back into the slipstream. But no, choosing to go for the outside. That can work if you're enough alongside that the car on the inside has to lift. But not on this occasion. The top two have broken away a little bit. 1.1 seconds the gap between them. A bit of battling as well between Ray and Sweet. And there you can just about see Costa in the background, making up the time. Bit of dicing as well at the front again. Mateus can't quite get that one done. And the tyres really starting to wear out at this stage. Seems they're actually wearing a bit faster than in testing, as there was a little bit of overtaking going off here as Zephanius has dropped a position. So Ray to third. Zephanius nearly lost fourth as well, but Sweet couldn't quite find the way back past, and to the outside goes Zephanius. Back into a little bit of slipstream, just trying to get a bit of a momentum run. Can't quite. Zephanius has really burned through their tyres actually. The tyre wear has actually been turned down a bit from original testing, so things are quite different. Yeah, look, Costa, who's been running by themselves, significantly better tyres. So that's something that I've got to keep in mind next time we do one of these events, is the dirty air clearly playing a significant part on the tyre wear, as Costa sweeps around the outside of turn 2 in impressive style. I think Zephanius may have got into the wall. And Taters, who spent a lot of time in the lead of this, also having better tyre wear. Mateus really struggling now. cars will refuse to turn at turn 1 once that right front goes completely red. It's going to be increasingly difficult for Mateus to follow now, I think. As someone's going into the pits, that is Zephanius. Understandably so, that right front is completely gone. And there you see the understeering, even on that pit entry. Tom's off eating some potatoes, apparently, in the chat. Zephanius now into the pits. This is definitely earlier than I projected in testing, so apologies for getting that one wrong. I didn't account for the dirty air having this much of an effect on the tyre wear. And this is going to be an interesting one, to say the least. Mateus with a 7/10 gap now over Mateus. Mateus is going to have to pit soon. Someone else is, in fact that might just be Zephanius on the pit exit now, getting back up to speed. Indeed it is. We'll have some clear air and thus better tyre wear. Mateus and Ray close together. Ray with a little bit of tyre left. Mateus really struggling. Mateus is going to understeer to the outside and does so. Someone else is bailing for the pits. I think that's Sweet. Yep, Sweet going in. Still with a bit of tyre left, actually. They could have gone a little bit longer. But it's Taters that leads this one. There's another car down there. I think that is Mateus finally bailing for the pits. So Ray second, and Costa seemingly benefiting from dropping back all that time. Still with a bit of tyre left and able to keep on going as managed to get their way up to third at this stage. Still will owe us a pit stop surely, but they're catching Ray a little bit. Ray will be in, if not this time, then the next time by, I think. Well, this is really allowing Taters to take advantage from starting at the front. The car exiting the pits is Mateus. Nicely done. Staying within that 100-mile-an-hour speed limit and then getting back on the throttle. Where are they going to rejoin it? I think they're just ahead of Sweet. Yep. So these two close together again. They see Zephanius as well. Not too far back. Taylor's still staying out. I think Ray is actually still staying out. It's Costa that's going in. So Costa into the pits before the tyres get to their braking point. And now our two leaders are indeed making their way into the pit lane. Now, how would the undercut have affected this? That's what I'm interested in seeing. Is Mateus going to jump to the lead through having ran on fresh tyres throughout this? We shall see. Taters comes to a stop in the highlighter yellow garage. Fueling up as well. You want to keep the fuel relatively low, as both of these guys have done. Just to keep the weight low as well. They both seem to rejoin ahead of the rest of the pack, although they're going to be slow, of course, on the pit exit. And there's Mateus and Zui. So the undercut has worked significantly, and Mateus and Zui now 1-2. And I think Costa might be able to catch these guys as well. Costa jumps to 4th, Taylor's down to 3rd, Ray 6th, and Zephanius 5th. This is intriguing. So what I thought was going to be a race pretty much ruined due to the settings has actually turned out to be a very unpredictable strategy call here. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Because of course Mateus, now in the lead, will have the clear air. As there's contact between Zephanius and Ray. They're still side by side. And Ray manages to get ahead. Zephanius might be looking to re-overtake there, but here we go for the lead. Mateus and Sweet. Sweet knows that the clear air is where you want to be. Can't quite get that one done. Taylor's closing in, but now Taylor's is going to have to deal with the dirty air having an effect on the tyres. Though their tyres are the freshest. And Costa, not too far behind either, they're in 4th. Ray and Zephanius 5th and 6th, but still in relative clear air themselves, although Zephanius has really been struggling throughout this one. Seemingly at the wrong places at the wrong time in terms of trying to preserve the tyres. Oh, a little bit of weaving was that I saw on the mini-map. Bit of a Simon Pagenaud at the Indy 500 going off. And the top 3 pretty much together. Costa has dropped back a bit. I think Costa might be saving the tyres again by dropping back, letting these 3 burn through their rubber. To the outside goes Sweet. Not quite. Mateus kept the foot in it. Sweet back to the inside. Sweet's managed to find the inside. And it is Sweet that takes the lead in the 7-up car. And looking to prise the door open as well is Taylor's. Mateus looking to re-overtake. They're on the inside. Sweet covers it off nicely round the outside. We're going 3 wide. And Mateus drops back. Taylor's has managed to take massive advantage of that. Back up into the lead. Mateus 2nd, Sweet 3rd. For how much longer? Sweet looking to the inside, has to slot back in. These guys are really burning through their tyres compared to the likes of Costa. Taylor's has done pretty well so far. Intriguing stuff, where the clear air means a significant amount. Oh, a little bit of weaving there as well again. Gotta be careful, there's not reactionary. Getting a little bit close to that. We're going to go on board here with Sweet. You see Mateus taking the higher line, sweeping back in, try and time the slipstream. Looking to the inside, can't quite. Oh, there they've managed to just about find it. There's contact. Taylor's sent into the wall. They've lost time from that. And position. That's allowed Sweet up into the lead. Wouldn't be surprised if that one gets looked at again post-race. There's a few of these that might, to be fair. Sweet holds on to the lead, which is just where Sweet wants to be. to the side-by-side action again. Taters and Mateus. Taters up into second place. Really charging. That long first stint has benefited Taters significantly because they're able to challenge for the lead very often. Checking in on some of the rest of this. Costa's still hanging back in 4th, Ray in 5th, and Sophonius in 6th, still not too far behind Ray. The tyres continue to burn. Taters back to the lead. So Sweet 2nd, Mateus 3rd, and with the worst of the tyre wear. Costa 4th. Checking the difference here. So it seems that Taters and Costa have about the same in terms of tyre wear. Costa's perhaps a little bit better. As that's Stephanius trying the undercut then. Okay. Actually they needed fuel. So perhaps using the overtake as well. Maybe they didn't fuel as much on that particular stint, but going to the pits, they might actually run out of fuel on the way in. They've timed that very well. Good stuff. So the North Star Racing crew will get to work on that. Taters getting a little bit of a gap now over Sweet. And Mateus, I think, is going to be pitting in the not too distant future. Interesting racing here. It's definitely not what I predicted. If you are enjoying this as well, be sure to leave a like, consider subscribing for future channel posts, including the finale of this series at Watkins Glen. Okay, things seem to have calmed down a little bit. This is where we could start seeing the undercuts play a part again. Also got to be careful not to go a lap down though, because Sophonius is getting a bit close with that pit stop. They're now back out. They have got the clear air, and now they're going to try and make the most of it. Someone going back to the pit lane there, I think that's Mateus. Indeed it is, Mateus on the inside lane. Sweet and Taters close together. Sweet bailing for the pits. Okay, trying the undercut again. Taters still has a long way to go on this particular stint. Same with Costa. Costa's still using up that overtake quite early. Oh wow, we're already a third of the race gone. We're on lap 51 of 150. Good stuff. Fans in attendance have been enjoying the action as well, I'm sure. And Jack Wilkinson on the cam, as always. Wind speed's picked up a little bit, but it's still coming from the same direction. That's Taters going for the pits. Okay, so Taters could have extended this stint. They're choosing to cover off the undercut. Okay. Interesting stuff. Sweet, exiting the pits. Sweet's really burned through the overtake. I think I saw someone in the chat mentioning that. Yeah, Tomsoft. Hello to all 7 viewers, including myself at the moment. Tomsoft thinks that Taters could have saved a pit stop. I think so too, possibly. And with how the pit exit procedure and entry procedure is on this circuit for this event, yeah, you're going to be losing a lot of time from making a pit stop. We'll see how this goes. Taters is going to rejoin behind Mateus, so the undercuts worked regardless here. Sweet as well managing to get past. Okay. Back to racing speeds. Taylors rejoins in 5th place. Sophonius still by himself. Still had the worst of the dirty air, I think. But now, thankfully, with the clear air, it's Costa that's able to stay out here. Now, what I put in the announcements channel here for this was you could pit every 30 laps or thereabouts. At least that's what it was in testing. So in clear air, that should still be the same. If Costa's trying to go to lap 60, that might be not too bad of an idea. Similar tyre wear to Ray, actually. And the rest of them are they a lap down? Oh wow, they are. These guys are a lap down at this stage because the others not pitting as of yet. Mateus goes defensive to the inside. Sweet looking for the outside run. Not quite. Can't be moving too much on the straights either because that will wear the tyres out as well. It's all heat related. Of course, if you see cars weaving on formation laps and stuff, that's to get heat in the tyres, so evidently weaving at racing speeds is going to be the same effect. Sweet's really desperate to try and make a pass here on Mateus, just to get the clear air back. Might be worth just dropping back and trying to think of something on strategy. We'll have to see. Oh, okay. This could be a close one. Oh, bit of contact between the two of them. That's allowed Taters to catch right back up. Now Taters is going to be feeling the effects of the dirty air once again. Costa continues to stay out. Really extending this stint, trying to go as long as possible. They've got the fuel to do it as well. Has that incident at the start really played into Costa's hands? We'll have to see. They were, of course, the race winner last time out at the Tokyo Expressway. So they could be 2 for 2 if things stay as they are. We've got more overtaking going on here. 3 wide, pretty much. There's Taters on the inside of Sweet. Bit of contact there. Sweet goes into the wall. That's Ray on the pit exit. So Ray trying to get an undercut on Costa, I think. Into the pits. There you go, so that was pit entry, apologies for that. They'll probably drop back behind this group, but we'll be able to save a pit stop, we think. Costa's still staying out. I think they might come in this time. Service going ahead for the number 27 car. And Mateus sweeps back to 2nd place. Ray drops to 5th from that pit stop. And I think that is going to be Costa, our race leader, on pit entry again. Last car to make a pit stop this time around. As Zephanius has managed to get the undercut on Ray. Strategy is seesawing really crazy. Costa does go into the pits now. Side by side for what will be the net race lead. Looks like Sweet has dropped back a bit. I think Sweet is finally choosing to save the tyres. So Mateus will be to the net lead. Taylor's second. And Sweet third. I was saying that Mateus seems to have been wearing their tyres out even in the clear air. That's less than ideal. Maybe something on the setup's a bit different there. Taylor's looking for the outside line.com. Cuts back in, trying to preserve the momentum. Mateus defensive on the overtake button. Taylor's looks for the outside, can't quite. Backs out of it. Costa rejoins in fourth meanwhile, so the undercut from Ray hasn't quite worked there. Zephanius in fifth as it stands, still in clear air. Has had a really good long stint this time around. And it still could play out in their favour. We saw what happened to Costa at the start, and Costa was able to move up through strategy. Ray with extremely fresh tyres from pitting not too long ago. Clear air once again. We're approaching the half distance marker here at the Broadbean Raceway. That fuel notification thing really does need to get fixed, huh? Daft glitch. Mateus has done a really good job saving their overtake as well. That could definitely play a part in the concluding proceedings of this. There's still a decent way to go though. Taylor's looking to sweep back in the slipstream. Mateus defends the inside. Oh, again a little bit of moving. Can't tell if that was reactionary or not. Stewards will have to decide. But Taylor's went into the wall. Dropping back a little bit. Let's get them a bit closer to Sweet. And still Mateus seemingly with the worst of the tyre wears. Oh, okay. Another undercut. This is interesting. I'm not too sure about this. Because you can keep undercutting and leapfrogging your way to the lead, but you're going to end up doing more stops overall. Losing a lot more time that way. I'm not too sure about this. We'll see how it goes. 4 Taters. There you see the highlighter yellow crew back again. So now a bit less fighting going on. Everyone managing their own pace. Still think Costa could be a dark horse to watch in this one. Not just because it's a Nukeshot car, but just because the way the strategy is unfolding. Going the opposite of the Taylor strategy and pitting as few times as possible. Taters is now on the exit and about to rejoin. Seems they've got second gear set up as their pit limiter and now back up to speed. I think they're going to be just behind Zephanius, are they? That's not going to work out too well. Oh, bit of contact there between the two of them. If the blue flag rules are the same as they were for Blue Moon Bay, then I think it's a case of don't disrupt the leaders, but also don't disrupt your own pace, sort of thing. I think that's the funniest going into the pits actually. Yeah, the tyre's completely gone. That may have contributed to the issue there. And again, that's how dead they are. They just run wide. out of the pit entry line. I'd be a bit merciful as a steward seeing that, just knowing how the tyres are through that section. So Sweet to second, Mateus still leads this one, but is going into the pits, and Sweet is covering that. Okay. Oh, interesting. So Mateus has actually ran out of fuel on the pit entrance, and that has allowed Sweet to make a Sebastian Vettel-esque maneuver and overtake in the pit entrance. Wow. Okay, Sweet gets to the entrance now, and Mateus is going to lose so much time from this. Look, they're full throttle, only 49 miles an hour. Oh, that's going to drop them way back. That's just free time that they're losing. New tyres for Sweet, no doubt filling up on fuel as well. Costa's jumped back to the lead with Ray second. They're on that extended strategy, remember. Now, where does Sweet join? There's Taters going through turn 1. Taters is definitely going to undercut Sweet. There is the pass. What is the play here? There's Ray as well, putting a lap on Sweet. Mateus now on the pit exit. It looks like they're going to be close with Zephanius. Zephanius looking to the outside. Can't quite. Zephanius himself actually pitted not too long ago. This is going to be the issue though. Back in the dirty air. That's going to be very tricky to maintain the tyres. Here once again with the leaders. Costa is doing a great job conserving the tyres. If they pitted last time on, what, around lap 63 or 64, they're really lasting a long way. Ray and Sweet, they're battling. Of course, if Sweet has the pace, they should be allowed to unlap themselves, but causing a bit of grief here for Ray. Now you see the red light on the roll hoop there, that's indicating that Sweet doesn't have much of the overtake boost left. Still got a little bit, but not too much. Taking that outside line. It's Zephanius that has the fastest lap of the race, meanwhile, in all of this, at 24.857. Speedy stuff. Ray still holding on to that second place and track position, more importantly at this point. Tater's still third overall. Pretty much by themselves. This is perhaps what Taylor's needs at this stage, is just the clear air running again. The wind direction's changed a little bit. It's going to be benefiting the racing here. We've got more of a headwind in direction. Should allow slipstreaming to be a bit more effective. If you're enjoying this, be sure to leave a like, consider subscribing for future projects on the channel. This is of course round 6 of the Capital X NES IndyCar series. The penultimate round. Only Watkins Glen finale to go after this. The sun is setting a bit here at Broadbean Raceway. That'll bring track temperatures down and the air temperature as well. And the sparks are getting a bit brighter as well, that's nice to see. Costa really going well at this stage. Ray still holding second quite nicely. Sweet with fresh tyres, but just no way to pass. Perhaps they're backing out deliberately because they're not seemingly getting close. That might be deliberate. Though I say that, they're now back in the slipstream. Decent opportunity this time. If they could find the inside. But no, Ray very smartly defending that inside line. Though on exit here at the final corner, you do drift up to the outside of the track, and that opens the inside line back out. Checking in here with Mateus and Sophonius, they're still close together. Mateus has been burning through a little bit more of the overtake, but still plenty of it left. In fact, does Mateus have the most overtake out of anyone? Looks like it. Ray's actually got quite a bit left here, so perhaps that's how they're keeping Sweet behind, is just through applying that. Sweet again, looking for the clear air, trying to cool the tyres off. It's a bit like searching for puddles in the rain once the track starts drying, just to keep the tyres a bit cooler. As this could be the opportunity here. Sweet, not quite. Through that kink, Ray just able to get back ahead. Well, that may have been the opportunity. Here we go. Ray now going into the pit, so this releases Sweet. Again, just understeering off with the tyre wear. So that would have hurt Sweet's tyres, but now they're back into clear running. Costa continues to extend this stint as others hit around them. Really able to go long here. That's Tater's also going into the pits. Tater's low on fuel. Okay. I really don't think this is the play, because now look, Tater's has already lost at least a full pit stop to the likes of Costa by doing this. They should have perhaps fueled more on that last stop. Extend this stint. Of course, Tater's is the highest ranked in the championship out of all of these drivers here, if I'm not mistaken, in the standings. Yeah, that is the case. They're second. Mateus is third. And there goes Mateus, putting a lap on Tater's. These two were battling not too long ago. Sophonius finding the traffic again, but they're in fourth. Perhaps with a little bit of slipstream, the pace will pick up again. how much longer is Costa going to stay out there? They're running low on fuel. They've made it to lap 100, so if there were stage points, which there aren't, thank goodness, that'd be, what, a stage 2 win for Costa? It's still not going to be one more stop for them to get to the end here. It's going to be at least 2 because of the fuel. They've got to be careful. They don't want to run the fuel out too low, as they do hit the outside wall. I think the tyre is finally giving up. We saw how much time Mateus lost from running out of fuel and only able to do about 50 miles an hour in the pit entrance on that lap. Costa really doesn't want to break that. They slow down into the pit entrance, staying off the racing surface. We've seen several run wide there. In fact, Costa may have done that themselves earlier on. There's a bit more battling going off here. Mateus and Taters on different laps, but Taters trying to retake the position, which, if they have the pace to do so, should be fair game. Sweeping back to the inside here. That was a nice little maneuver from Taters. Is Mateus going to be able to hold it on the outside? No, not quite. So Taters back to the track position ahead. That's going to get a little bit confusing for my small brain. Sweet jumps to the lead then on strategy. That is Sweet through turn 1. They will be owing us a pit stop not too long from now, but they see Costa in second. That is the gap on circuit, no lap difference between those two. So the undercuts have really been, to quote Cars, short-term gain, long-term loss, from what it seems here. Able to jump positions, but losing time from having to do extra stops. Taters 15 seconds back from Ray, their teammate. They're on slightly different strategies. Of course, Ray was extending the stint. Ray was on a similar strategy to what Costa was doing. Zephonius looks like they're on pit entrance. I think Ray's going to go past them. In fact, there is Ray just on the mini-map. Good conditions for Ray here. No traffic. No one else around. Might be a little bit on the boring side, but this is what they're needing for the actual stint. We already saw plenty of good battling earlier on, and throughout this, to be fair, just in different patches with how the strategy is unfolding. Everyone seems to be doing something slightly different. Sweet into the pits. They could have extended a little bit longer, but choosing not to. Perhaps they're figuring pit stop here, and then another one about halfway into this run to the end is about where they want to be. Or actually, if they find clear red, we're just about... Are we just about? No, not quite into the range where we could see final stops. Definitely not. I think we're about 10 laps or so away from that. So Sweet on the way out. Mateus pits. Through all of this, that's allowed Costa back to the lead. Ray in second. See how this seesaws completely. Ray was down in 5th not too long ago. think we're at a point where everyone that pits now, well, I think just everyone from here on in, just checking the tyre situations. Yep, it's going to be one more stop for everyone. So, in theory, this is what the order should be looking like. Costa leads by 13 seconds over Ray in second. Third place Taters. Fourth place Sweet. Fifth place Mateus. And sixth place Sophonius. Sophonius still trying to catch up to Mateus, using that overtake. Just getting back up to speed. Seeing 150 miles an hour being clipped in places. Still a little bit of lag, unfortunately. Sophonius moving a bit sideways through the corners. It's always tricky to race against, but hopefully it's not been causing too many issues. Sophonius still has the fastest lap of the race. I think that might be worth an extra point or two. I'm going to quickly check that in the rules. Point system. Yeah, 1.4 the fastest lap, so that's going Sophonius' way at this point. And I'm not too sure if we're going to see anything faster with how this has developed. 24.8, that is extremely fast. A combination of slipstream as well as overtake. So good job there by the North Star Racing driver in the Radeon Chevrolet. And you see Taters in third place in the background of shot. Costa currently leading, looking like it could be 2 for 2. And after what was a really unfortunate start, either with wheel spin or contact from behind, and that seemed to have actually benefited them significantly because they were in clear air, keeping the tyres underneath them. Is there still a twist in this tale? There you see Mateus and Ray battling it out. This time it's Ray behind, trying to find a way past Mateus. It looked like Ray may have clipped the outside wall. Ray, I think, could be one of the first to make their final stop here. I think they've got... them and Taters have got the worst of the tyre wear of all the cars at the moment. So they're going to be pitting... what, lap 125 maybe? And then hoping that they don't lose time in traffic. Bit of overtake use there from Costa. Just keeping the pace up a little bit, keeping Taters at bay. So it's a Nukeshot 1, Motorsport Republic by Capital 2 and 3, or X Capital rather. Then it's the Skoda machine, MEM Skoda Racing of Sweet 4th, North Star Racing's Mateus in 5th, and Sophonius also of North Star Racing in 6th. From a championship perspective, all of these drivers are going to be benefiting significantly from the relatively low attendance, because of course that means the lowest position you can finish is still pretty high points. Once again, I'm gonna have a check-in on the point system here. It is 28 points minimum for getting to the end in this. That is the points for 6th place, 30 points for 5th, 32 points for 4th, 35 points for 3rd. 2nd place gets 40 points and 1st place 50 points. someone is on pit entrance. It's Taters actually. Okay, so Taters pitting earlier than Ray. Taters is going to be hoping to be able to get to the end from here. It's going to be a 30 lap stint approximately, with 28 or so, once back up to speed. The tyres might not last that distance quite, but trying the undercut at this stage isn't that bad of an idea, considering you're not going to lose an extra pit stop from doing it now. Into the pits. Fresh Yokohama rubber on the number 98 Menards Honda. And out the pits. Where do they rejoin? They're going to be in last place. And they've still got about half a lap to go until they get to the exit here. Where are they going to be? Is that their teammate Ray? I think it is. Oh, this could be tricky here. Oh, never mind, because Ray goes in directly after that. So Taters does get clear air for the foreseeable future. And Ray into the pits. They've still got a decent gap to Costa ahead, but this undercut could cut into that lead. Costa's got to start thinking about when to make this final stop. If the cars behind are pitting now, then there's no real harm just covering it off directly, I suppose. But if they're still comfortably running laps here, I mean, their last lap was a 25.7. That's pretty good pace for solo running. The wind direction's changed a little bit, and the speed has dropped just a smidge. Ray on pit exit. Someone else is going into the pits. Who is that? That is Sweet. There's Costa. So Costa to the track position ahead again. Zephanius in third. Will still have to make a pit stop not too long from now, and they've actually got quite high fuel, which is interesting. Ray now back out on the circuit. Clear air once again. Sweet rejoining will be at the back of the field. Might be able to jump up again with some yet to stop. And back out. There's Zephanius. So Zephanius now with the traffic. But needing to pit anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Zephanius in this time around. Just to get out of the traffic situation, if anything else. Well, they're choosing to stay out. We've got 20 laps to go here at Broadbean Raceway. In fact, a little bit less than that, because our leader Costa is on lap 132 and is still choosing to stay out there. It can't be thinking to go to the end. No, definitely not. That's absurd. But every lap they stay out here is more time for the cars that have pitted to get that undercut working, including the likes of Ray, who is directly behind them on circuit and has gone purple through that halfway section. Will it be enough to get the fastest lap point away from Zephanius? No, not quite. But Ray really charging. In fact, I think they may have hit the outside wall there. Mateus, currently in second, still owes to say pit stop. Who's the first of the cars that doesn't need a pit stop anymore? As we see Zephanius going to the pit lane. Ray is the first of the cars that can get to the end. And both Taters and Sweet should be able to as well. Ray now ahead of Zephanius again as Zephanius makes that final pit stop. Still with Costa within eyeshot. From what I can tell, everyone's been pretty respectful in terms of the race of the pit entry and exit rules here. Some may have been running a bit wide due to the completely dead tyres on the entrance, but that's a little bit expected, I suppose. Mateus goes into the pits, meaning it is just Costa that is needing to make their final pit stop. And they've got to be in this time, surely. Ray has caught up significantly. Ray's going to now be, instead of blocked by Costa, going to be blocked by, was that Zephanius? Yep. No, it was one of them that had Z in their name. So Mateus to the pits. How much fuel do they take? Where's Ray in all this? Ray has managed to get ahead of Mateus on strategy. That's how that's unfolded. Costa has gone to the pits. Ray has had a significant amount of time to perform the undercut. Will it be enough? We'll have to see. Mateus is now on pit exit. I think Taters is going to have leapfrogged them. Yep, Taters, nicely done. Recovering that position. And in fact, Sweet ahead of Mateus as well, so Mateus drops to 5th. Costa now with fresh tyres. Where's Ray? Ray is really far back. Oh well, I wasn't expecting that kind of a gap. Although Costa's still with a little bit of the pit exit to go. It's not going to be enough. Costa's back out on circuit with about 10 laps to go here. Or I think that's 11. 10 and a bit. At the Broadbean Raceway. If you've been enjoying this strategic intrigue, then be sure to leave a like. And of course, subscribe for the remainder event, the season finale at Watkins Glen, and other projects on the channel, of course. Should be pretty comfortable now for Costa to get to the end of this. They've got clear air as well. What was a disaster of a start has turned into a fantastic recovery. The wind direction changed as well. It's now a crosswind for the first time on the start-finish straight. I'm glad that we've had a headwind for the majority of that, because that allowed for a little bit better slipstreaming. Ray has managed to strategize their way to second, and Taters, through what I thought was a really questionable strategy of constantly undercutting everyone, it seemed, they've somehow managed to recover third from all of this. Mateus looking like they could be fourth, although actually Third, fourth and fifth are all still really close together. Mateus has got the overtake as well, as does Taylor's, to be fair, but Mateus' tyres are significantly better, so Mateus could still be looking for that podium place. This is the kind of strategy advantage that I think could be difficult to defend against. We've got to hold on for about 5 more laps until the leader crosses the line. But there you see it, Mateus closing in, well within the slipstream. Closing back in again. There you see the sparks from Taylor's car. So Mateus just trying to time this. Oh, this could be it. Oh, I don't quite think so. The outside through turn 2 is not really where you want to be. Oh, looking for that inside. Not quite able to find it. But the tyres are going to keep getting worse and worse on both of these cars. And that's going to be affecting Taylor's more. Again, going low. Defensive. It could be anyone's game here though for the final step of the podium. They've been battling pretty much all race long. There was a bit of a stint in the middle where they were not together. In fact, Taylor's was a lap behind this car not too far ago. And again, going defensive. Mateus looking to the outside. Not long to go here at Broadbean Raceway. Both will be trying to make it to the end on fuel as well. They're going to be struggling. Our race leader on the penultimate lap as it stands. Checking in, and in fact Mateus has managed to get by. Here's where it happened. It was into turn 1. To the outside it was. And the cutback manoeuvre switched back. So great stuff there by Mateus to take third place as it stands. Taylor's might still get it back, but it is going to be Costa. 2 for 2. Great stuff there. It is Costa taking the win at Broadbean Raceway. Congratulations to them. Ray's going to take second. Mateus does take third from Taylor's in fourth. They're a lap down. Zwiet in fifth. They're across the line. Zafonius is going to be sixth. There's Ray crossing the line now. Last to do so. What a fascinating race. If you have enjoyed that, again, be sure to leave a like. Clean race bonus there from Costa as well, not too bad. That was a fascinating one. Word of the day. When we don't have necessarily the normal on-track battling that we see at conventional circuits, we have these sort of intriguing strategy playthroughs. It's really a unique type of racing, and I have to say I enjoyed that quite a lot more than I thought I would, to be honest. There are your results, of course. Costa taking the win by 18 seconds over Ray. Mateus taking that final podium position on the final stages of that stint. Taylor's has to settle for 4th, Zwiet 5th, and Zafonius 6th, but with the fastest lap point. So well done to Zafonius for that. That concludes all the action here at Broadbean Raceway. Next time out, of course, it will be the season finale at Watkins Glen International. It's going to be the short circuit, 200 miles. And it's going to be another fantastic race there. Double points, of course. Thanks to all the fans that attended this one as well. And from all of us here at Nukeshot Media, we hope you've enjoyed. See you next time out at Watkins Glen. I've been Zokyo. And from all of us here, it's goodbye.